going on, guys? It's Frito here for Your Overwatch. Blizzard is revisiting the Moira rework. If you remember from a few weeks ago, they tried out the insane Moira Team Fade ability. They've tweaked that around a little bit and also added a new orb. This is now live on the experimental card. The devs say that they want Moira to be fun to play, make big, game-impacting plays, and have her gameplay feel skillful and dynamic. So, to go about doing that, they reworked a few things. Biotic Grasp's attach angle is now reduced by 37%. This makes the forgivingness of the hit detection a lot more strict. You can be off target by a little bit, but you mostly have to aim her right click now. But the brand new ability is this Biotic Orb rework, which now will stick to enemies, impacting them instead of piercing through them. And it only deals damage once you attach it to a target, which you have to land directly. Once it does attach, it'll deal a constant 60 DPS to all enemies, I assume they mean nearby, in the AoE of the ability, and it will remain stuck on a player for 3 seconds or until 120 damage is dealt to that player, whichever happens first, which I believe is a modification in case there is damage amp involved. Other new interactions with it: the orb is destroyed if it hits an enemy barrier, so now you can't pierce through barriers, you have to hit a target, and it only bounces once. But since you have to hit it as a direct projectile anyway, I don't think it's too good of an idea to try to go for a bank shot. It's going to be a bit unreliable. Now, this new orb is a rework of power. I don't know if one necessarily would have been better than the other, because the old one used to do 50 damage per second up to 200, and this one will do 60 but only maxing out at 120. So it'll do more damage quicker, and it attaches to an enemy, which I think is the real difference maker here. You have to hit it, but if you do hit it, will it be stronger than the live version? Possibly, in some interactions, right? Because if the target could easily get away from the old orb, this one would be preferred, but if they couldn't, the old one would have been preferred, especially based on how it lingers and bounces forever. So I think overall, this one's probably worse, but beyond the stats of it, Blizzard's real goal here is trying to make the ability skillful. And well, with how situational it is, I think it would definitely move Damage Orb from being something you can spam across the map at the enemy willy-nilly, basically off cooldown, to something that you're gonna have to have the right type of engagement to use it, otherwise it doesn't do anything. So if they do go this route, you'd have to be a lot more careful when using it. But to compensate for this power level going down, remember that insane Moira Fade rework? Well, it's back with a bit of a twist this time. You will now phase out all allies within 6 meters and yourself after exiting Fade, which effectively is a team cleanse type ability. They have tuned this a little bit, where this time the cooldown will go up to 8 seconds, and it will no longer work up against Zarya's Graviton Surge or Sigma's Gravitic Flux. But there's other ultimates like Rhine Shatter, for example, that you'll still be able to save your team from. You bait the Rhine to shatter you hit Fade, dodge it hits your team, you exit Fade, then phase them out to protect them. It's still going to be quite strong against a thing like that. So we spoke at great length about the power and potential of this type of ability. It's very fun to use. It's a great type of support kit to have in the game. I just don't know if every 8 seconds is a good balance point for it, considering the big impact that it can have. But at this point, with how crazy everything is in Overwatch right now, nothing's going to be broken if it's more crazy. It's already like at peak craziness. We're already down that rabbit hole. The game balance is all the way into Wonderland already. But one last addition onto the experimental card is that Reaper will also share this interaction where Wraithform no longer frees him from Graviton Surge or Sigma's Gravitic Flux, which I actually think is quite a big nerf to Reaper and not something that I felt was necessary. Reaper being able to be durable in the ult fight is one of the more compelling reasons to play him. So I don't think this is necessary unless they're ready to start nerfing like 1,000 other things in order to compensate for the power level. But we'll see what Blizzard is up to with their next move. Not exactly sure if this experimental card is intended to go through or not. I'm assuming no, but we'll be here to discuss in case it does. And to make sure you don't miss out on future videos, be sure to hit the video with a like. It really does help us out. Lets us know that you're enjoying the content. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe. I'm sure to hit the bell icon to actually get notified when our videos go live. That's been it for me. I've been Frito for Your Overwatch. We'll see you guys next time.